hang gliding, skydiving, rock climbing. These are not things a new mom typically does, right? To say I was freaked out when my partner and I had our kid would be an understatement. I chose to manage my fear around being responsible for a new baby by participating in death-defying feats every 3 months until my daughter was a year old. As we know, there's no real manual for parenting. What to expect when you're expecting needs a sequel. Some titles I can think of: What to do when you realize this baby won't save your marriage. Or, oh shit, parenting is really a full-time job. And my kid is definitely smarter than me. Now what? When it comes to my daughter, I know from day one that she's kryptonite. She has mad skills, and she's here to teach me versus me leading her. She wouldn't have any of that. It was clear to me from the get-go that I'm here to bear witness to her journey, as we say in Buddhism. We have a 40-hour birth, and she's stuck. I don't think she wants to come out. As we get closer to her due date, I think she looked around and said, "Nah, I'm good." She was born in duress, but she was also almost 9 pounds, so she was healthy. She enjoyed a lot of tacos and ice cream in utero. I see why she didn't want to leave. My partner didn't fare so well. She had a C-section and complications. She was on bed rest for 6 weeks and couldn't carry or pick up our daughter for 2 months. By month 3, she was adjusting, and I'm ready to take a break. As any new parent would, I evaluated my options for a day-long getaway, and I decided that I would go skydiving. My partner looks at me, shakes her head, and says, "Don't die, because if you do, I will hunt you down on the other side and kill you again." We've been together 10 years. She already knew I was an experiential learner. So off I go to Ottawa, Illinois with a group of friends, and after a short video that highlights what not to do or else she'll die, we're on the plane. The plane is louder than I expected. We ascend to 13,000 feet, and everyone has their jump buddy with them. This is a person that attaches to you. The videographer opens a door, the wind blows in, and there's no going back. Oh, I'm sure I could have cried and said I can't do this. But for me, there's never any going back. At 59, I still have no regrets. Thinking about getting a tattoo. Maybe not. It's my nature, though, my personality, and it served me well to just jump in. So my jump buddy, who's had over 1,000 jumps, looks at me and says, "Are you ready?" After we connect, of course. And I say, "Hell yeah." And he said, "Do you want a somersault out the door?" I said, "Sure," give him the thumbs up. I was scared to death. But it was easier than parenting for the day. We jump out, and it's so loud, it's quiet. And we're somersaulting through the air, and time stops for a moment. We free fall, and he taps my shoulder, and it's time for me to pull the cord. Now, I was freaked out about that too, but it was okay because he could also pull the cord. The jump is over in under 7 minutes. It was beautiful to see the patchwork of the cornfields and the roads in the Midwest. It was also very painful because those straps that tie you to your jump buddy on my parachute were way too tight. And the whole time I thought my legs might be cut off in mid-flight. What kind of story would that be? So we had this perfect sitting landing. You just sit down and you land, and the judges from Russia gave us a 10-0. Wait, there are no judges from Russia. They don't judge that stuff. I think they should. We unhook, and I'm grateful that my legs are still attached to my body. We head back to the hangar, and we await our videos. Because, wait, if you're going to skydive, aren't you skydiving for a video? I mean, sure you are. To show all your friends who don't give a shit and are like, why do I have to see your video? So, as the adrenaline wears off, I realize I have a wicked headache from the jump. And my song, though, on my video is Kryptonite. I get home and I feel invigorated, except for the terrible bruises that are left on me. And everybody, as we walked back to the hangar, had the same problem. So I don't know if that was just our jump group or if it's a thing. If you're a skydiver, let me know. If you tandem jumped, I would like to know if you had bruises as well. But with the headache and the bruises, I decided I was one and done with the skydiving. I go home and I watch my video a few more times and I listen to the chorus of Kryptonite. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might, Kryptonite. I can't sing. It's better if I don't sing. Trust me. I realize I'm afraid of being a parent. And I know it's okay to be afraid because fear is an appropriate response to parenting. Any reasonable person would be afraid. I just chose to channel my fears through these adventures. 3 months go by. I hang glide in Michigan. I rock climb in Wisconsin 3 months later. And to finish up my year, I decide to whitewater raft the 25-mile-long Galley River in West Virginia. This river is the top 5 hardest rivers in the world. And I've only rafted like one other time, so go figure. There are 100 rapids. And the guy keeps saying as we go down each chute, if you fall out here, you might die. And I think he said it like 25 times. And my friend, who we all believe is on a rest life because nothing bothers her, she looked at me and she goes, I think we might die. So my daughter's now 1, and after my year of death-defying feats, I feel ready to be a good parent. It's Sunday, and we just watched my whitewater rafting video, and I pull out my skydiving video as any narcissist would. The song Kryptonite is playing, and I'm holding my daughter on my lap. She's looking at the TV screen, and I tell her, that's Mama Shelley. Her eyes get really big, and then the chorus plays, if I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? She grabs my hand and holds my finger and smiles. We have this connection. At 3, my daughter starts butt painting. You know, it's like finger painting, but with your butt. At 7, she's designing and making dresses during the Academy Awards, and she models them for me. 4 in one show. At 11, she begins to transition. First to they, them, and then to he. Their body dysphoria is so bad that they're cutting themselves and they're starving themselves. They're suicidal, and we think we might lose them. And I reflect back to my skydiving, and I know it helped me prepare for my parenting journey. Because nothing is scarier than thinking your child might take their life. And I feel so helpless. I can't control how they feel. I can't make it all okay. My Superman capabilities, my kryptonite, feels like it's left me. At 13, my son changed his name, and he started taking testosterone. And his body dysphoria gets a little bit better. He still has extreme anxiety, and at least a few nights a week, we have to leave the house after midnight and drive around on the expressway so that he can calm down. And when we drive, I find that I touch his arm and we hold hands. And I think again of that Kryptonite song. I'll be there, I'll always be there holding your hand. And I discovered that my parenting superpower is being there, just bearing witness. My son is now 21 and he lives in Boston. And I saw him recently and his eyes were happy. Even in the midst of everything going on in the world, his eyes were happy. And he told me that his friends can't believe that he was ever born a girl. And he smiles. He's come full circle, and he laughs. His eyes have this glint in them that he had when he was a kid, when he was butt painting, when he was designing dresses. And he looks like, it's a little mischievous, like he's up to something. You know, he has a story to tell. And now he goes by he, she, and they. And me, I'm back to doing crazy adventures. I'm going to be 60 this year, no regrets, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a tandem jump, base jump in the Moab Desert. And I can't wait to see what song they pair with my video, which I hope you'll all watch with me. Thank you.